I've always wondered how we can measure whether we're improving as a society to be collectively better. And that causes my head to hurt. So I stop thinking about it whenever I get there. But all I come back to really, like all I come back to is like what I can do. Because when I start to think about more than what I can do, my head hurts. And I'm like, I can only control what I can control. That helps me stay centered. So if I can control what I can control and I can continue to improve and learn and observe, but like I feel like I'm doing the right thing, more people will do the right thing around me and more people will absorb something to be able to do the right thing. And if I do that for my whole life, I'll be like successful and happy.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. It's hard to argue with that. I mean, I guess I'll do it. I'll ask one more philosophical question on the topic we were saying, but then I want to come back to that point. So like if you're familiar with, if you've ever read any like Nietzsche's work, or there's plenty of people that have said this, but he seemed to have like a view of more of a, well, I think to be fair, his view was like, we don't know, right? So let's not assume anything. But in doing that, he was kind of playing contrarian and saying like more of like a naturalistic view, more of a, hey, we're all just animals on this earth. So he had this concept of like the will to power is what drives humans. All humans want to get to power, just like in the jungle, right? Animals do.
Yeah.
So some people take that approach to say this whole idea of do the right thing or people getting better, that's nonsense, right? We're all just animals here and it doesn't mean anything. And we should just do what we need to do to make ourselves better off. Do you think there's any chance that's true? Like what's your reaction to that type of thought?
So I guess it depends on what better off means. So I definitely think that there is an aspect of self-improvement that exists for like my personal value system. So like I'm trying to live this way because I do want to get better as a human. And like I hope that this brings me fulfillment in my life, like success and fulfillment in my life. So there is an aspect of like being better. Do I hope that this comes with additional money and additional titles or progression? Yes,
influence, whatever.
I think so. I think that's part of it. And is that part of the human nature? Probably. I think that that's probably true. Like, but what the dangerous part of that is like doing bad things to improve, to like get to power and to like improve your own situation. Like you can very easily, there are like so many instances of people doing bad things to fulfill that human condition that you articulated, right?
And so and back to a point, like they might, in some cases at least, some probably do, but they don't even think it's a bad thing. They run it and say, this is the right thing. If I get this power, I can help so many people or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, and that's how they fulfill their power, right? And so like I mean, it's just, I guess I don't know where this came from specifically, but just doing good in the world and like starting a company and doing something good in the world, working for a company that has a mission to do something good in the world. Like that to me is the core belief. Now, not everyone has the opportunity to do that. I get that. Like, so you've got to make some balance. It's got to be a balance.
Yeah, balance.
Got to like figure that out. But
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you the 7-year-old question, which seems like I'm being annoying, and maybe I am. But so you said you want to be a better human. Why? Why do you want to be a better human?
I think for me, that's where I've found my, like, that's where I get fulfilled. So I get fulfilled when I can see the direct impact and I can feel the direct impact that I have on others. And so in a positive way. So someone saying, wow, that thing that you said really inspired me to go do some training. That other thing that we talked about, really, I wrote down this career plan and like, I'm going to do better. That thing you talked about, resilience, you know, that really helped me get through this mental that space I was in. And so like, for me, like I get fulfillment out of improving other people's lives. And for me, I believe that to improve other people's lives, I have to improve myself as a human. Like, I don't think that I'm like perfect by any stretch of the means or know everything. So I have to continue to like learn and evolve and improve so that I can keep doing that.
So I'm going to lay out like the thread here that I think we're going down. So you want to improve yourself and be a better person because that will allow you to experience more of those instances where you can help other people and you get that fulfillment from it. I think everybody could kind of follow the logical thread of if you're a better person and you can help more people, that brings you fulfillment. And we can kind of assume answers as to why that's a positive thing that we should go after. But if you continue to follow that thread, you can imagine a scenario where it ends with, it's about making you feel good. It brings you pleasure. for whatever reason, the way you were brought up, the way your brain is wired, helping other people, feeling that fulfillment gives you a positive feeling. Is that okay? Like, does that ultimately mean that we're selfish? Like, where do you take that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. It's like, why do humans exist, right? So I think that part of why I think I feel good about this is because it's like improving the human condition. It's improving the lives of others, improving the human condition. And so part of me has to believe that we exist in order to improve the human condition. And so I have found that, I guess, for my little slice of this like improvement, that if I can help improve the lives of others while also improving myself, while also like feeling good about myself and like becoming better, I am doing my part to improve the human condition. Maybe that's just innate. Maybe there's no explanation for that, because that is just how we were created.